Yeah, we're back again. The same video I'm carrying. Who told you to hate your brother? Who told you against yourself? I like to learn from him. Now, let me tell you, when you have certain disease that is deep on you, it's like coronavirus. When we had coronavirus in 2019, there was a lot of people. They had coronavirus. They even didn't know that they had it. When they're walking around, they'll cough. Other disease, they're passing around to people. It's the same with discrimination and racism, especially racism. It runs deep to people. It's the ancestor. When I see a black police officer in America, do you know what it does? It pisses me off. Even in Europe, and when I see a black officer, I get really annoyed. I'm thinking, what are you doing? You have other black people that will say, to make a difference, you have to be involved. No, because the system, it was created to be against you. Even if you put a uniform, trust me, you're not gonna make any difference. Black people, they came and they've been in the force, they tried. Because who do you think hold the power? KKK, they run the police department, American government, even in European country, the mafia, all this garbage, they run the government, they control all of them department. The system everywhere is created to be against us black people. There's no different. And I know majority of us, we don't like, we love to see ourselves different from other black people. Like, I'm not like you, we're different. My country, yeah, your country. Does that country treat you good? So you can say, oh, my country, you know what? United States of America is my country, man. I love America. I'll do it. No, you're crazy. You think like that because your brain, like Malcolm X said here, Malcolm X said it. You don't even know your history. You don't even know your name. You're wearing other person's name on you. Your slave master gave that to your ancestor. So you lost it. You don't have any more. It's the same in my country. When white people that went to my country, they create a city. And that city, it became a capital in my country. The people that are born in that capital, in that city, you know what happened? They lost their language, their name, and they start thinking they're white. They start thinking they're white. Trying to tell them, speak your language. When they see other with speaking a language, but they don't speak it, do you know what? They're thinking that, oh, so you're definitely African. Wait a minute. But who are you? You are African. What language do you speak? They don't know how to speak their own African language because do you know why? They got brainwashed by the white people. It's like the ancestor. Back in the day, the ancestor. In Africa, I'm talking about. In Africa, in my country, them people in that city, them blacks, they start thinking they're white because do you know what? White European, they clean their brain. It's like they put a finger in the ears and go, ah, it's clean now. So you know what? It's clean. Oh, I don't remember anything anymore because that finger, it went straight to their brain. It cleaned that brain. It's crazy. How can you be in Africa and you don't even want to speak your language? You don't know your language, only you know one language because do you know why? Oh, I am, I am African, but I don't know how to speak African language. You're stupid. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, it happened to a lot. It's a disease. I'm keep saying what people they pass is a disease that they have on them. Look at European country. Look at it? It's divide, 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 divide. They want to be kings and queens, want to be president, prime minister. They divide themselves, and that division they came and they pass it to us. So we became divided. So, and that's the issue. Black people, the division that white people they done to us, it stays for decades, and we're struggling to unite it. White people they will come together so they can drive you insane, so they can go against you, black people. So I just wanted to say that let's go and play on to Malcolm X. Let's go.
And as far as your mayor is concerned, I see you should say their mayor. A man named Jordan, who has been slandering the Muslims, a professional liar, a professional liar who has mastered the art of using half-truths. Put it in the paper that they broke into our religious place of worship and got records that they can use to prove that most of us have criminal records. You can't be a Negro in America and not have a criminal record. Martin Luther King has been to jail. Please, James Farmer has been to jail. Why you can't name a black man in this country who is sick and tired of the hell that he's catching who hasn't been to jail? Charge him with being seditious. They put Moses in jail. They put Daniel in jail. Why you haven't got a man of God in the Bible that wasn't put to jail when they started speaking out against exploitation and oppression? They charged Jesus with sedition. Didn't they do that? They said he was against Caesar. They said he was discriminating because he told his disciples, go not the way of the Gentiles, but rather go to the lost sheep. He discriminated. Don't go near the Gentiles, go to the lost sheep. Go to the oppressed. Go to the downtrodden. Go to the exploited. Go to the people who don't know who they are, who are lost from the knowledge of themselves, and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
Dang. Excellent.
To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. I formerly was a criminal. I formerly was in prison. I'm not ashamed of that. You never can use that over my head. And he's using the wrong stick. I don't feel that stick. I went to prison because I believed in men like Sam Yorty. I went to prison because I trusted men like Sam Yorty. I went to prison following the philosophy of men like Sam Yorty. But since I've been following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I have been reformed, and that's more, please. That's more than Sam Yorty and Chief Parker and all these other white politicians have been able to do with the inmates in the prisons of this state. They should give Mr. Muhammad credit. They should give Mr. Muhammad credit for reforming and rehabilitating men whom they have failed to reform and rehabilitate. Mayor York referred to some press report that Mr. Muhammad had once been found guilty of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. He failed to explain purposely that in 1934, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad refused to send his children to the white schools in Detroit, Michigan, that were teaching you about little black Sambo. That's the minor that he contributed to the delinquency of. You see, this vicious, fork-tongued white man has been able to take lies and make you turn against those who want to help you and make others turn against you. This is the contributing to the delinquency of a minor that this mayor, or man who calls himself mayor, is talking about. In the same article, he said that the Muslims are the same people who rioted in the United Nations. Someone should pull his coat and let him know that at the present moment, there's $6 million worth of suits leveled against two of New York's leading newspapers for making the mistake of charging the Muslims as being involved in those United Nations riots. We were not involved. And if this fork-tongued man, who calls himself your mayor, had taken the time to find that out, he wouldn't be walking into the trap that he's letting his ignorance lead him into. And if he would take the time to read the Washington Post that came out the Sunday after that incident took place, the Washington Post pointed out on the front page that the Muslims had nothing to do with the UN rights. And they quoted, in saying so, the person who was at that time the commissioner of police in New York City. See, it's lies that the white man has spread about the Muslims to try and make you afraid of the Muslims, or to try and make you think that the Muslims were a criminal element, an uncouth element, and things that you would not like to be associated with. Also, they say that I'm just clearing these things up, and then we're going to get into what happened. They also say that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a draft dodger. No, he wasn't. He just refused to go to the army because he was a man of peace. He was a minister of a religion of peace. He was teaching peace. So he outright refused to go to the army. That's not draft dodging. That's intelligence.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like we've seen Malcolm X over there, you know. He said so plenty. I hope majority of us, we can listen and learn, you know. It's about us to empower our children. I would love it if you fathers and mother trying to watch this, even just to teach your children, you know, about Malcolm X, his teaching, the way he speaks. He wanted nothing else but for us to grow, to be better, to be really, you know, united. I'll catch you guys to the next one. Peace.